Brethren, my name is Daniel Graham, and I'm the Provincial Communications Officer for Middlesex. Over the past few months, the Provincial Communications Committee, alongside its chair David Allen, have been working very closely with the Provincial Executive to better understand the implications of the COVID pandemic on our organisation and to understand the post-pandemic recovery and opportunities as the pandemic is easing. This presentation is our plan for recovery and growth, which we are launching and rolling out across the province. We'd like to share it with you, and our hope is that you'll participate in it, join us as we look towards a brighter future post-pandemic. Over the next couple of minutes, and as we move through this presentation, we will share with you our plans for recovery and growth as a wider membership strategy for engaging and reinvigorating Middlesex Freemasonry. We hope that not only will you join us on the pathway, but you'll also actively participate in it and help us together to create a brighter future for Middlesex. Our plan for recovery and growth starts with us reviewing the channels of which we communicate with you, looking to improve the touch points and the ways that you experience Middlesex Freemasonry. Our plan encapsulates how not only we communicate with each other, giving us some consistent basics and standards to work to, but also how we communicate the great work that we do to the communities at large that we serve. The first stage is to refresh Middlesex Freemasonry. And what I mean by that is to look at our logo, colours, font, and ultimately our brand and personality, and put that down together into some comprehensive brand guidelines, which means that different parts of the province can all communicate together with the same consistent style, tone of voice, and look and feel. In doing so, we'll have a look at how we write informally, formally, and of course in our Masonic tone of voice as well, so that when we need to produce brochures, websites, adverts, social media content, we can do so as Middlesex. In order to ensure that Middlesex Freemasonry remains current, updated, and future-proof to new and younger Masons, as well as to our existing membership, we want to review all the places that you experience your Freemasonry with us. Over the past few months, this has been principally online, either via the website, our social media channels, or via our Mercury newsletter. But we've also seen the introduction of virtual events, which have been highly successful in providing short-form Masonic lectures in the comfort of your own home, and we expect this channel to stay as we emerge post-pandemic. The next stage of our plan is to re-engage our audiences. And what I mean by this is that if we're to lay the foundations for growing Middlesex Freemasonry, we need to understand the diversity amongst our membership. We need to look at where our members are coming from, what type of demographics they are, where they live, what they do, what they enjoy most. Certainly to help them better receive communications that relate to their interests, but also to help us attract new candidates in the future by sharing the same demographics and interests and characteristics that our current members have. This review and looking to re-engage our members also means that the type of emails and communications you may receive may be perhaps a bit more personalised to the interests that you have going forwards. In better understanding the demographics of our membership, we can also celebrate those great human stories and the great diversity that makes Middlesex Freemasonry such an enriching place to be. We can celebrate those individual stories, tell the great acts of charity, feats of kindness, and things that we do not only ourselves as Masons, but to our wider community as well. This will enable us to capture the human stories and to better share them with you, and to ensure that the comms that you receive from Province is both personalised, relevant, and useful to the interests that you hold as well. Throughout this process, of course, we want to remain true to the core values of Freemasonry in promoting integrity, friendship, respect, and charity, to ensure that everything that we do in terms of communications and membership growth is congruent to these core values. In refreshing our communication channels, of course, what we want to do is bring out the best of Masonic enjoyment and share that with you. We've seen the success of short-form virtual events during the pandemic, and we expect them to be a continued part of the future of Middlesex. We've seen, of course, the return to physical events, not only with the PGO Club, but also with Discover Freemasonry launching, with 2 events in May, and we hope that these will continue throughout the year, bringing further enjoyment and interest to new Masons alike. We also expect that as part of our service provision to the clubs in the province, to the outreach team, the trailer, Light Blues Club, that we can add some value to them and to the way that they want to communicate with you as well. The culmination of these stages, of course, to reinvigorate our membership, our opportunity to enjoy our Freemasonry, and of course, to set the foundations for growth in the future. A big part of communications, of course, is our website. It's now several years old and it's reached an end stage of its life, and it's time to launch a new website. We need to tailor and create new user journeys so that people who are interested in Freemasonry for the first time or are not Masons at the moment can find the information that they need clearly and simply. Likewise, for the external communities that we serve, for them to find us as well. We can create a degree of separation between the private area, which we will create as a members area on the website, and information that we deem to be in the public interest. By improving our website, we can ensure that our site is faster, better equipped, and more easy to use for all of our members, whoever they are. Equally, there's a great opportunity in social media. We currently have 2 Facebook pages, one an official page and one perhaps more of a group, shall we say, for Middlesex Freemasons. We want to explore all the social media channels that are available to us, including Instagram, Twitter, potentially LinkedIn, as well as TikTok, so that we can engage new audiences and existing audiences. We want to have a look at and improve our SEO and how we're found on the internet, and to best leverage the opportunities provided by pay-per-click media in driving traffic to us, which we've seen very successfully work for Discover Freemasonry. The world is moving on, and we're starting to see more and more video coming into things. We expect that to be a pattern of the future, and we'd like to continue to share that with you through our YouTube channel. In today's very open and public society, we'd all like to create the role of a press officer so that we can better engage with our local partners, communities that we serve, as well as to potentially national press as well. It's important for us to engage the outside world and for us to translate what we put in our own Masonic language into language that is widely digestible by the public at large, and to talk about the great acts of charity, community service, and things that we do in a positive light within our communities. We're also supported by UGLE as well with their PR initiatives, many of which are national initiatives that Middlesex is taking part in. Last, and certainly not by least, are our Masonic centres, with the core nucleus of all of our Masonic activity. We want to work closely with the centres, better understand their environment, the people, the communities that they serve, and ensure that the province communicates the news that they have so that they're fairly represented within the province. We want to support them, help them with their communication goals, and in doing so, we want to create a liaison officer so that we can get the best from them and also ensure that Middlesex provides the best support function that we can to them as well. Having laid all the groundwork and foundations for the future with a refresh, re-engagement and reinvigoration of Middlesex Freemasonry, we hope to create the perfect platform for people who are not currently Masons to discover us, understand what we do, and hopefully start their journey towards becoming Freemasons. To this end, we're relaunching our Discover Freemasonry program, which, incepted in Middlesex and now copied in several provinces, has proved enormously successful in using social media to attract new members to us. This format of informal open evenings with presentations and a social element has proved enormously successful in helping people understand who we are and discover Freemasonry, and created a very successful platform for bringing new members into Freemasonry. Not only do we expect the person-to-person events to continue, but we also plan to launch a virtual event format which will help people who are not geographically available to us to also discover a little bit more about Freemasonry and progress their inquiries further. Middlesex is a very special province. Middlesex Freemasonry is particularly special as we have a serving role at the head of our organisation. We occupy a vast area with 4 Masonic centres, and we want to work to our strengths and to ensure that our activities focus on the areas of where our membership is drawn. Our intention is to continue to promote and preserve our heritage and history. Likewise, our role also is to guide our members through their Masonic journey, to not only ensure that they enjoy it, but also have opportunities to develop. And we're very proud to be part of the United Grand Lodge's Members Pathway, of which you can see detailed in the slide here. We hope to continue to develop our members, their interests and enjoyment as well through this Members Pathway. Finally, to make this all happen, of course, there's a great opportunity for you to participate, and we hope that you will join in and share this journey. There's a lot of exciting opportunities in Middlesex, as you can see, and lots of roles that we want to create to support our efforts. We'd very much like you to stay on the journey with us, to be involved. So feel free to get in touch with me on the contact details below, or to get in touch if you have any questions or wish to participate in any element of it. We'll be back in touch with you with regular updates as we progress as well, and we hope that you'll enjoy the journey that Middlesex is embarking on as we look to not only recover from COVID, but to grow towards the future. Thank you for listening to this presentation. Look forward to seeing you soon.